That might be the craziest collab of all time. Hallmark and NFL? What? I need a movie about that, actually. Those are fucking polar opposites in my mind, dude. Giving someone a card to tell them how much they love you versus running full speed at someone so hard that you die. Link up of the century, dude. That's honestly, Hallmark and the NFL, straight up, that's like if Drake did a feature on Not Like Us. Like, dude, you guys are enemies. What's going on? Without further ado, let's watch Christmas in the Spotlight. The movie opens on the Taylor Swift character filming a music video. And her name is Bowen Sykes. Just bad. just a bad name. That name reminds me of that picture of that like expecting mother with the chalkboard behind her with all the names, right? Haley, McCarty, Navy, Maylee, and then Lacken. Bowen ought to be on there too, dude. Just a bad name. Bad name. Everybody say it at the same time. Bad name. But in this scene, we find out that Bowen just broke up with her movie star ex-boyfriend, Hudson.
And how you're so over Hudson, you don't care that he's jingling his bells around every supermodel.
He can deck his halls with any Dancer, Prancer, and Vixen he wants.
In this scene, we also find out that she has a Christmas album coming out, and people are not that interested.
Pre-sales aren't looking good.
Mira, I'm not doing it for the sales. I'm doing it for the fans.
And this is one of the things they messed up about this movie's version of Taylor Swift. If Taylor Swift made a Christmas album, dude, pre-orders would not be flopping, okay? That album would fucking crush. Even if it was just an hour of her saying the word Christmas over and over again, be #1, no problem. Also, at the same time, I don't think Taylor Swift would ever put out a Christmas album. I think she would put out 14 Christmas albums, each one a little bit different than the last. So we've met the Taylor Swift character. Now it's time we meet the Travis Kelce character.
To be this good and this pretty?
His name is Drew Gonville, but everybody calls him Gonzo. And I can only assume he's named Drew because of the song Teardrops on My Guitar.
Drew looks at me.
Drew, just like his real-life counterpart, also has a brother in the NFL. But in this movie, the two brothers, they're on the same team. And Drew's brother is named Rob. And in real life, Travis and Jason Kelce, they have a podcast together. And I was fucking really hoping we'd get an awesome podcast scene in this movie, but sadly, it doesn't happen. How long is it gonna be? When is there gonna be a fucking podcast-themed Christmas movie? A movie about Joe Rogan finding the meaning of Christmas? Headphone holiday? There's a name for you. Lifetime. Do it! Sorry, back to the movie. We then cut to Drew celebrating his niece's birthday.
Happy birthday, you gotta back me up.
Hey, don't give him a hard time. You know what? He loves vacuuming. Actually, one of the reasons I married him.
Okay, yeah. This girl looked familiar when I first watched this movie. When I first watched it, I did the fucking Once Upon a Time in Hollywood Leonardo DiCaprio thing. So I looked this actor up, and that's when I realized this is the TikToker who made that tone-deaf Let Them Eat Cake TikTok at the Met Gala.
Let them eat cake.
And then a bunch of people got really mad, and then she lost like hundreds of thousands of followers and shit. You know, not to reduce someone to their very public mistakes, but that's where I know them from. And this just goes to show you, man, cancel culture is not real. You can do something that pisses off the entire internet. Lose hundreds and thousands of followers. You can still go on to have a supporting role in a made-for-TV Lifetime Christmas movie. So Drew's niece is a big Bowen Sykes fan. So she has this big Bowen Sykes themed party, including a dance performance to one of her songs. Well, if I was Taylor Swift, I would take full offense to this. This song is ass, dude. It's gotta suck when a movie is like trying to imitate your art and the thing they do sucks. That's like if some fucking idiot made a movie about me and then my YouTube videos in the movie were just like, you ever fart so hard you shit on your balls? Now that I actually say that out loud, that's actually, I feel like I've probably said that before. Still, I feel like this is a diss to Taylor Swift. And then Drew surprises his niece with some tickets to a Bowen Sykes concert.
Oh my God. Bowen Sykes at a concert!
And that is pretty realistic because I think you need an NFL player's salary at the very least to afford Taylor Swift tickets.
You're killing me, man. Those are so expensive. I'm trying to raise a kid with some value.
Also, shit dad, dude. What values are you teaching your daughter? That you don't value her? If my dad was in the NFL and he didn't buy me concert tickets to my favorite artist, I'd give him a concussion before he got the chance to in one of his fucking football games, dude. But anyways, they make it to the concert, and this is when we find out that Drew has a big crush on Bowen.
He knows all her songs, and he totally has a crush on her.
What?
And I know he's like also a celebrity, so it isn't that weird, like it's not far out of the realm of possibility for him, but I don't know, it is objectively funny to have a crush on a celebrity. I'm just picturing Drew driving his car, and then whenever a Bowen Sykes song comes on the radio, radio. He's just like,
You should ask Bowen out.
Yeah, right, come on. Like, I would have a chance with her. I'm just a dumb goof.
she'll never like me. I'm just a fucking idiot. I'm a piece of shit. I don't even deserve to live. After the show, Bowen is doing a meet and greet with some kids from a hospital.
You were incredible, the show is incredible, the shirt is incredibly expensive.
And I guess she is still charging the sick kids for her merch, which is pretty wild, but you know, get the bag.
Are you guys from the hospital too?
No, we just snuck in.
Okay.
I'm a bomber.
Yeah, so he's sorry, I didn't say that. The fictional team he plays for is called the Bombers.
I'm a bomber.
I also think Bowen needs some new security because this huge man just snuck into her meet and greet by going like, shh.
So now we're just gonna shh.
That's another inaccuracy compared to the real life Taylor Swift. You would not be able to sneak into a Taylor Swift meet and greet. Even if someone just has the thought of sneaking into a Taylor Swift meet and greet, a red laser would appear on their forehead immediately, dude. So Drew introduces himself, you know, they talk a little bit, he freaks out, he drops his phone, they take a picture together, and then she leaves.
Who's that? Just some guy.
I'm never gonna have cousins, am I?
Gross. Next day, he posts a selfie he took on his Instagram story and publicly invites Bowen to one of his games. Meanwhile, Bowen and her manager are getting lunch, and she presses Bowen for not knowing who Drew was when she met him.
He's only the best wide receiver in the world.
But like, also her manager was also looking right at him.
Who's that?
And she's apparently a huge Bombers fan. That's like a huge part of her character.
Bombers Day Oneer, baby.
I don't know why she's upset, because she also didn't know who he was.
Who's that?
I just wish I could meet my favorite football player, Drew Gonville. Hey, I'm Drew Gonville. Who the fuck are you? The next day, Drew is hanging out with his niece when he gets a call from Bowen. But his niece answers the phone and drops an iconic Taylor Swift reference.
I'm sorry, Uncle Gonzo can't come to the phone right now. He's dead.
He's dead. He was actually a real-life bomber. So they start talking on the phone. They seem to be hitting it off.
I Googled you, and you're quite the wild boy.
Oh, that must be my evil twin brother.
Why am I nervous?
Hey, Jesus, man. Chill. They then drop another Taylor Swift reference.
Growing up, I was never really the cheerleader type. More of a bleacher girl.
Like the song!
They then organize a date for the next day, and this whole sequence just doesn't make any sense to me. He gets picked up in a big SUV and he's told to put on a disguise, you know, to keep everything secret. This is by far the most realistic depiction we've gotten of Taylor Swift thus far in the film, because their first date is on a private jet. Bold move inviting a self-proclaimed bomber onto a plane, but
I'm a bomber.
to each their own. Maybe the planes were the inspiration for Bowen's name, right? Bowen, Boeing, you know, there's something there. And it's not the door of the plane, because that flew off. And also, what the fuck was the point of his Santa disguise? He was in a car with tinted windows and then brought to a private airplane hangar. Does Bowen want people thinking that she's fucking Santa? And now that would be a good PR move. That would be huge news, man. Imagine if some like paparazzi pictures came out of like Sabrina Carpenter and she's like making out with Santa. Back to the movie. They never actually fly anywhere on the jet, so that's not very realistic to the real life Taylor Swift. But they just sort of chill on it. They watch a movie, they kiss. And then we find out a little bit more about Bowen.
So what does bring you joy?
Puzzles bring me joy. I don't know, I love how everything fits together perfectly and creates this beautiful picture.
Yeah, I mean, that is pretty much everything you can say about puzzles. You you just described what puzzles are. Why do you love Jenga so much? I've just always loved how there's a bunch of blocks stacked on top of each other and you have to pull one out one at a time and make sure it doesn't fall over, and I don't know, it's hard to explain. Yeah, I'm a fucking idiot. The date goes on for a little bit longer, and then they drop the fucking cliche rom-com dialogue.
I promise not to fall in love with you.
And I promise not to fall in love with you.
I wonder if they're gonna fall in love with each other.
Next day, Bowen's ex-boyfriend Hudson shows up. He's a big Hollywood movie star, so I'm assuming Hudson is supposed to be the Jake Gyllenhaal character, I guess. Kind of looks like him.
You still mad at me?
A little later, during their second date, Drew is cooking lasagna for them, and he's really struggling.
Make sure cheese has reached golden crispy bubbles.
What's that? What does that even mean?
Okay, yeah. I think he actually might be dumb as fuck, dude. Golden crispy, what does that even mean? Supposed to put gold in here? I was gonna chip my tooth! But then their date is interrupted by Drew's teammates barging into the house, so Bowen has to run and hide outside.
Okay, hide.
This is when Drew is starting to have some doubts about this whole thing.
Oh, that was a close call.
I don't know if I can keep this up anymore.
Dude, it's your second date! What the fuck, man? I can't keep living like this.